In this video we'll be making a short installation instruction of the PW plate washer unit. In this case it's a PW45 WR, and everything will be going through here. Will be found in the manual as well. Once the machine arrives, it will be in a wooden crate. The first thing to check is for if it has any transport damage or anything. It's important to check it as quick as possible in order to claim any transport damages. On the first pages in the manual you'll be able to find the connections required for the unit. On the back of the machine you will also be able to find it on the machine tag found in the top right corner of the unit, stating the electricity and so forth. Once the machine has been checked upon arrival, it's important to place it in the designated area where you're going to use it. Once that is done, it's important to level out the machine to make sure that it's in level and you don't have any liquids running places it shouldn't be. It's leveled out like this here and on this side here, so both directions is leveled out. When leveling out the machine, you have 4 machine feet on the machine, which needs to be leveled up or down. In order to do this, you loosen the nut here. Once this is loosened, you can use the bottom nut here to adjust the feet height up and down, which will level out the machine. I'll just show it here. So loosen the top bolt, and then you can use the bottom one to go up or down in height of the machine, and then it's leveled out. Once it's leveled out, you fasten the nut again up here. Now that the machine is in level, the next step is to connect power to it according to the information in the machine, the floor plan, and on the machine tag. Here. You have an electrical cable for main supply here, which is connected to your supply in the factory. The next step is to place the conveyor belt in front of the machine. It's done by placing it on the brackets here and fasten it with 4 bolts, 2 on each side. The conveyor belt should be leveled in the same height as the machine and leveled from front to back as shown here. When leveling out the conveyor belt, it's the same procedure as on the machine. You have a nut here that you can adjust up and down to adjust the height as such. Once it has all been leveled out and placed correctly, all that remains is to connect it to the machine, to the power of the machine, and it is done as such using this connector here. Next step is to open the top lid here as this. Upon arrival of the machine, all the rolls will have been loosened from pressure here to avoid deformation and such. All the fittings and stuff will be mounted in a plastic bag here. The sponge roll is especially the part that tend to deform if it's under pressure too long. What you do before you mount it is to get it wet and then mount it. The wetness will keep it from deforming when putting it under pressure. And then it's mounted using these clips here as such. Yeah, the sponge roll has an important function in the machine, so it's really important to maintain it properly, as it is a wear part also. Inside the manual it's described in detail how to maintain it properly in order to get a longer lifetime of it. Yeah, next step is to connect the tank for the liquid to the machine. This is done by connecting this cable here to the machine by screwing it on, plugging it in, screwing it on. This is for the heating element of the tank and for the level float switch, which is here. What also needs to be connected is the 3 hoses here, as you can see. We have one hose, which is the suction hose. It's connected to the machine, and it has a filter like this. which is where the liquid gets sucked through and up into the washing area of the machine. Furthermore, we have this second hose here, which is used for emptying and filling, which can be done automatically, and is described in the manual further how to do this. The last hose is the drain hose, which should be connected here. When the liquid comes into the machine, it runs back through the drain hose and back into the tank through a filter bag such as this. Once the liquid tank has been connected, it's time to connect the water tank if you have a WR model. What you have here is you have a suction hose down here, which should be connected here. Make sure that the handle is open, the valve is open. This is where it goes through a water pump and up into the area, and it comes back through the drain hose, which is connected up here on this drain point. It's important to always have as clean water as possible, so it needs to be changed quite often in order to maintain a good cleaning result. Sometimes it's recommended to have a water supply and drain near the machine, so you can easily get rid of the water or get new water into the tank. Yeah, what we have here is the water pump that is connected to the water tank. It is very important that this pump does not run dry. If it does, it has a tendency to break easily. So what we have done is we have mounted a airing out valve here. So every time you change water, or every time you put new water onto it, you open this one until water comes out here to make sure that the pump has water inside when running. On the WRO models, we have an open water system, meaning that you have to connect your water supply here, and during installation you have to adjust the water flow here. This is normally a good position of the valve with the water flow, but it needs to be adjusted. Furthermore, on the models there will be a drain hose for water, which must be connected to a drain in your factory or a collection point. One of the final steps is to mount the outlet tray, which is done on the brackets. You see here. It's done as follows. Last step is to switch on the machine on the main switch.